slow down just enough for it. It's a fun little road. A little downhill action. Come on. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Forza Horizon 5 with BrogAutohaus. Today we are focusing on the A90 Supra. As you can see on the screen here, I have put a Widebody kit on it, as well as some engine upgrades and other things that we're going to talk about a little later in the video. But I thought I would start it off with just a little bit of driving, and then we can hit some drift zones and that kind of stuff, and see what you guys think. I've changed just a couple things tuning-wise on the car, and I will talk about those in just a moment, but without further ado, let's hit the road. This thing is pretty fast. Oh, there's a new barn find rumor. Why not? I'll show you guys where that's at. Okay. Probably won't be going up there right now for this, but we will find a drift zone real quick and make our way over to that. Looks like there's one down here. That's new. We'll pull a little U-turn and go check it out.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I am running manual mode on the Supra, as well as really in the game in general, I mean. And I just built this thing yesterday. I've been playing around with it, doing some drifting, driving, getting used to kind of the drifting in this game in general. It's really good. I really like it. It seems to me to be quite a bit better than what it was in Forza Horizon 4. So I'm really excited to see where this takes us. I'm not necessarily happy that they took us down a dirt road to get here, but I guess it is what it is. We'll try to keep this thing under control. Drift cars and dirt roads, they don't mix well. That's something that I think most people know probably, but yeah, it's definitely not going to be a very fast speed zone here, that's for sure. Alright, we finally made it back out to a paved road. Now the car is dirty and filthy, but oh well. We're almost to our drift zone. We got 1 mile left till we get there. See if we can throw up a little 3-star action. This thing just needs a tiny bit more power maybe. May end up doing an engine swap at some point, but that or changing the tuning a little bit. You know, I think 5th gear, it's good, but it could have a little bit more pep in it. It just tends to bog out a little bit when I shift from 4th into 5th gear. So that's why you'll see more, you know, right now that I'm riding more limiter in 4th gear, because 5th gear just isn't cutting it. Now we're in the drift zone, so we'll try to put up as many drift points as we can. Probably do a little manji over the straight here. That's a big corner there. Yeah, see, that's something where I could use 5th gear for sure. I almost lost it there. Pretty much did. Got into 3rd and 4th gear. And we'll run this back. We need to make a few adjustments on the tune for sure. And then later in the end of the video here, I'll be showing you guys kind of my full tuning setup that I've got on the car right now, and why I decided to do certain things for the car in order to make it better for my driving style. So I am playing on an Xbox controller, as I will be for the foreseeable future with these videos. I do have a sim rig, but I don't plan on using it just because I feel like most of you guys at home don't have sim rigs either, and so I just felt like it would be hard to make tunes for you guys on a sim rig if I'm not using the controller. So I'm looking forward to doing some builds and tunes and having a lot of fun with this game. I've really, really enjoyed it so far. Don't forget to check out our Discord in the description below, as well as the email address for top 5 drift clips. You can submit your clips there at any time or in the Discord channel as well. So we're going to look over for another couple little drift zones here, and then we'll get back to the garage and show you some tunes. Okay, so I just made a couple adjustments to 5th gear here to hopefully give us a better drift in 5th gear. I just added about 3 or 4 clicks, so like 0.1 total, 0.05 maybe even, of acceleration, or tuning it towards acceleration so that we can click into 5th gear like this. And it still helped a little bit. I might have to go a little bit faster in order for it to really, really grab, but this car is really fun. It's not too expensive. I got it by a wheel spin actually, so we'll do a couple wheel spins as well. Figure we'll freestyle back to the garage, and then I'll show you guys the tuning and body kit and everything that I've got going on this thing so far.
You have arrived at your destination. Turn around.
Guess we're going to take a little detour here. That was a nice corner. slow down just enough for it. It's a fun little road. A little downhill action. Come on, fifth. Come on, fifth. There it goes. Needs just a little more angle maybe, but overall I really can't complain about this thing right now for right off the rip. Minimal adjustments for tuning. And a downshift for that corner since I'm in manual mode. Yeah, fifth gear is doing pretty well actually now that I'm getting used to it a little bit more. I just have to keep more angle in the car in order to kind of maintain that drift rather than trying to level it out, and you know, once you get less angle, it's more likely to grip up and that kind of stuff. So
Turn right.
long handbrake pull off the road and completely into that corner. Way too early on that one. Definitely jumped the gun.
Turn right.
So we'll head up our little dirt road here to the house and get to the tuning. Let me know for future reference if you guys want to see certain tunes or videos, or you want to see me do more jumps or drift zones, racing. I'm going to be doing kind of a variety of it to start with and see what you guys think. So let me know. All right, guys. So once you're in the garage here at your house, the garage is the middle tab, obviously, and I already have my A90 Supra selected. So you can go to upgrades and tuning here in the top left, and there's a body kits and presets tab down on the bottom left there. They have you know, kind of like a GR Supra upgraded kit. They have the HKS Drift, as you can see in the purple bar there down below, as well as an HKS Grip. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure you select the HKS Drift pack. It's going to cost you around $80,000 or credits, but that does a lot of engine upgrades as well. So once I did that in the car, I went to custom upgrade to make sure that, you know, the engine's fully upgraded, but it was. Everything's fully part of that kit, that HKS kit. And then I made sure that the suspension is on drift, spring, and dampers. That's really important for drift steering angle, as well as the tires and the tire compound being on a drift tire compound. That's really important. I haven't messed around with a lot of drifting with the other tires yet in the game, which I will do in the future, but for now, since they have a drift tire, it only makes sense to use the drift tire. The last thing is the differential. This is equipped with a drift differential. They have sport, race, or rally. Obviously the drift is a little more locked up, and it's going to be set more for drifting than, you know, other applications. So for the most part, it all comes together in that body kit preset. And then I went over to tuning here, and I haven't changed a whole lot in the tuning setup overall. The tire pressures are bone stock. I don't think I've changed anything with those. Gearing wise, I did change a bit, so I can't remember exactly what they were stock, but this is what I've got gearing wise: 325 overall, and then third, fourth, fifth, and sixth gear I'm pretty sure I changed. So that's a 182 in third, a 133 in fourth, 117 and a 102. In sixth gear, alignment comes standard with 3.5 negative camber in the front and -1 in the rear. The only thing I changed was the rear toe. I went to a negative degree of rear toe. That seemed to help the car perform better. It was gripping up too much when I was trying to drift around, and so I thought maybe that toe would help kind of keep things together and keep us in drift. I did increase the ride height up to 5.1 inches from 4.8. I felt like the car needed a little bit more body roll to kind of dip into the corners and dig out of those corners, get a lot of grip, and maintain a nice, like, smooth drift line. So didn't adjust any damping, aero, or braking yet. In the differential, I did adjust the deceleration. So I'm not sure why, because it's a drift diff, I thought they would have had this already set. But the deceleration on the diff was actually set to 0, which means that when you're accelerating, the diff is locking up, and then when you are decelerating, it's not. It opens wide up, and you want that to be fairly locked, even on decel, because if you let off throttle or you foot brake a little bit or something like that, you don't want the diff to just open up, grip up the car, and straighten you out. So be sure to change your decel to, I put it at 50% for now. I'm going to play with this quite a bit more. But you know, it at least gives me a little more grip when I let off throttle and decel to, you know, help me save a corner if I'm going too far. But I have that acceleration at 80 as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first tuning and detail video of the A90 Supra today. Really enjoying making these Forza Horizon videos, so I hope you guys enjoy them too. Leave a comment below if you want to see a tune for a certain car or build for a certain car. I've gotten some wheel spins and gained a lot of money that way, as well as racing. So I'll be doing some racing videos also, so just stay tuned. Put your life in drive. We will see you next time.